Sharif. The books of history say that Fiddah was well versed in the science of alchemy, which was concerned with converting base metals into gold. Subhanallah. She was also a hafiz of Quran, a reciter of Holy Quran. She knew the complete Quran by memory. Subhanallah. She not only was hafiz of Quran, but she knew the Quran so well that she was able to speak only with using verses from the Holy Quran. I'll give you a story. It's very interesting that this encounter she had with someone, and it shows her level of knowledge of the Holy Quran, that she was able to speak with just these verses. A man by the name of Abdullah Mubarak, he said that he had an interesting dialogue between him and Sayyidah Fiddah. He says, I saw a woman passing through the desert. She had fallen behind from a caravan, and I asked her, who are you? And where are you from? She replied, and say salam, for they shall soon know. Surah 43, ayat 89. He says, I learned that she expected me to greet her from saying this and say assalamu alaikum first before any other question. I did as she reminded. I gave her salam, and then I asked, why is she doing in the desert? She answered with Surah 39, ayat 37, and whomsoever Allah guides, there can be none to lead astray. On hearing her reply, he said, are you from mankind or are you from jinn? He was so surprised at this. She said, Surah 7, ayat 31, O children of Adam, Ya Bani Adam, be adorned at every time of prostration. So from this I understood that she was a human. I asked her, where are you coming from? She said with Surah 41, ayat 44, those who are called to a place, from a place far off, far away. So I asked her, where are you going? Where do you want to go? And she said, Surah Al Imran, Surah 3, ayat 97, and purely for Allah is incumbent upon mankind the pilgrimage of the house. So I asked her, how many days has she been traveling? She told me, Surah Qaf, Surah 50, ayat 38. And indeed, we created the heavens and the earth and what is between them too in 6 days. So she has been traveling for 6 days. I asked her, do you feel hungry? She replied with Surah 21, ayat 8. We, Allah, did not make them such bodies that did not eat food. So I gave her food, he says, and I asked her to hurry up to catch the caravan. But she replied with Surah Baqarah, ayat 286, Allah does not task any soul beyond its ability. So I suggested that she sit on the camel behind me. She said, Surah 21, ayat 22, had there been gods therein besides Allah, there would have been disorder in both the heavens and the earth. So I realized that because we were not husband and wife, it was haram for both of us to ride the camel together. So I got off and she got on the camel. As she sat on the camel, she said, Surah 43, ayat 13, glory be to him who subjected this to us. When we reached, he says, when we reached the caravan, I asked her, do you know anyone here? So she called out in reply, Ya Dawood, verily we have appointed you a vicegerent in the earth. Surah 38, ayat 26. Then she said, and Muhammad is not but a messenger. Surah 3, ayat 144. Then she said, Ya Yahya, hold the book with firmness. Surah Maryam 19, ayat 12. Ya Musa, verily I am Allah the Almighty. Surah 27, ayat 9. So the man says, I began to call out these 4 names. Dawood, Muhammad, Musa, Yahya. And 4 youths came out. They came out of the caravan and they ran towards Sayyidah Fiddah. I asked her, who were they? And she replied, Surah 18, ayat 46. Wealth and children are the adornment of the dunya, of this world. So I realized that they were her sons. The woman turned to the youth and said, Surah 28, 26, ayat 26. O my father, employ him. Verily, the best of those who you can employ is the strong man, the trusted one. Thus she made them understand that I helped her. Then she told them, Surah Baqarah, ayat 261, and verily Allah increases manifold to whoever He wills. So the sons, they understood from their mother's hint at this ayat, and he said they paid me well. I asked them, said, who is this lady? She only replies with Quran. She only speaks the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they said that she is our mother, Fiddah, the servant of Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayha salam. They said that she has only conversed in nothing but the Holy Quran for the last 20 years. Subhanallah. This is Sayyidah Fiddah. Can you imagine how hard this must be to be able to speak in only ayat from Quran? One of the things we get from the life of Sayyidah Fiddah is the importance that she gave towards the Holy Quran. We have to ask ourselves, are we giving importance to the Quran in our life? Or is the Quran sitting on the shelf collecting dust until the month of Ramadan? We have to give importance to Quran in our life. It's our instruction manual for life. It shows us the way to properly put our life together. It shows us how to navigate our life.